Definitely want to invite everybody in. Anybody wants to come in, definitely. Let me tell you a little bit about HAPS. HAPS is a great streaming platform that you can use. I advise you to subscribe to HAPS. Um, and First of all, make sure you download the app, the HAPS app. Little tongue twister there. Um, and definitely subscribe and let people, that'll let you know when someone is going live. And definitely, please, 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 please support my HAPS, or support my work on HAPS. Okay. Right now, as you can see, I am out of my normal element. I just threw some lipstick on early in the morning on a Saturday morning. It's kind of semi cloudy. The sun and the clouds are playing around. I'm kind of out walking, literally out walking. And I said, let me stop and talk to you guys a little bit while I'm out. Um, so this is very not my green screen. I'm not flashing that like I'm usually. As you see, any show is life a circle, and I think life is a circle. Um, and I think what happens is, um, when we make decisions in our life, almost probably put some separation in the circle, even though we don't mean to do it, but it does happen. Let me get this because I have more light this way. I think it happens, and we have to either recover from that, or we find other ways to reconnect that circle. Everybody has issues in their lives. Nothing wrong with that. Not getting. I mean, I can't say, be about that. I can't be upset. I can't say that doesn't happen. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why I made that comment was because we do have issues in our lives that sometimes interfere with our circle. Now, when I say circle, and this circle, the beginning baby and go all the way up to, uh, as a toddler, um, preschool, elementary. Um, these are the life changes that happen in your life that connects you all the way around to become older. Um, and that when we become older, a lot of times what happens with us is, our we start to act more like a child. We start going back into our child phase. So that's where I my mind says that's what the circle of life is that when we get older, we get feeble minded, what they call feeble minded, and we start to act like a child. And it brings to my mind my mom real quick. I don't want to get off of it, but my mom had a very full life, did some wonderful things. There were some things that happened to us, but overall, um, she's now at the stage of she's at that circle of life where she's almost childlike. And I say that because she suffers from Alzheimer's and dementia, and in those periods in her life, it reverses back to, as a child, thinking wise, the way they comprehend things. I mean, the way that they, actually um survive from here on out. And I don't want to say properly taking care of herself. It doesn't necessarily mean everybody gets Alzheimer's or everybody suffers from some type of illness when they get older, but some of us do. um uh Life, hard choices, things we've done can definitely affect how how our lives revert back. One issue I've heard that Alzheimer's can be caused by blows, multiple blows to the head. Not to say that's what happened to my mom, but I'm just saying I did have an auntie who passed away. She had she was in a very abusive relationship for years, and that caused blunt force trauma to her head. So it came back. Um, and many other things can happen to cause Alzheimer's. I'm not here to go into the medical definition of Alzheimer's. I'm just saying from what my experience, taking care of my mom, being around other people who have Alzheimer's, um, dementia. So that's what I'm basically talking about when I say that. But that just goes back to the circle, like I said. Um, and a lot of things we in our have to change. Sometimes we try to do this stuff alone out of pure talk trying to so life we have instructions why for you start don't tell you uh, with it. It's true to you really um make good decisions, and because of that, that circle of our life has those separation pieces in it, links missing, pieces of the circle missing. um for instance, when I say that, like not healing a relationship with either a family member or a best friend or a friend, well, no longer best friend because you're no longer at that point, but a friend, those type of people. I don't include coworkers, and I'm gonna tell you why. That's because coworkers can come and go. Friendships with people who truly, truly are your friend, French relationship with family members, um, all of that is something that can be solid. Okay, coworkers can change because you change jobs. Okay, some people have friends forever that they met as coworkers. That's true, but they change more frequently than your friends do. And they change more frequently than family members. Family members are connected. They cannot, I mean, no matter what, they can ignore you, they can disown you, but they're still family. The bloodline is still there. So you can't just get rid of them. You can disassociate yourself with them, but you can't just say, no, that's not family. You can't do that. You can say it by word, but it's not reality. Okay. You can't do it. Okay. Look, okay. Okay. I thought that was fun. I see one of my fingernail. Okay. But anyway, so what I'm saying is when we have these business separate, so it's kind of hard for us to see the circle of our lives because we do have these uh, pieces of our lives that are missing. Okay, we do have pieces of things, situations that can mend and make better. And I struggle that sometimes with people in my life. I struggle with that a lot because lots of times um, I am not always ready to make that decision. Know what to do to fix that. Um, crazy, but that's how it is. Sometimes I'm not prepared to make things at that very moment. I have to, I I have to make sure that it's the right time to do it. Okay, so fixing those um, spots in your either with your circle, not mine. Is what do you do to fix that? Okay, what do you do to make sure? 'Cause I'm sitting toward the sun. I don't want my eyes. You fix that. That's the question. Can I go back and fix it? It depends on. I think it also depends on where in the circle of life. Because as you when you're young, you can't fix those parts of your circle. You can't. You cannot go back and do anything because you are young, and the decisions you make when you're young are totally different from the decisions you make as an adult. So I think the version of your circle you need to look at is the part where the portion of your circle where you were grown, where um, you understood what you were doing. Those are the parts of our life I think the healing can we could fix those parts. Sometimes they say don't go back in the past, but sometimes you have to. It's I think it's that you go past, but you don't have to linger. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to sleep there. If you can fix it, if you can repair it. If you can't, maybe that parts that didn't need to be fixed, and maybe you need some help on fixing them. Okay, because sometimes we're in denial of the help that is needed to fix us. I can do it by myself, and I don't believe in us doing it all by ourselves. I think we need help. I think we need guidance. I think we need advice. I think we need a mentor or a person who's going to be there to push, I guess, in a way, a mentor or guidance, being able to guide that person to move forward, or to problem, help because they know what the solution is. Guide in a way, because I think everybody things different too. I don't think we feel certain things, but it's not always uh, play by most of the time. It's different things that happen. It we um, others able to make sure we get that done. Um, um, family, you know. Oh, buy I don't know. I'm that's what it says. I'm I'm usually about um, some of the people of your lives that can um, if you you share I can from experience. I say what it is. I take time with pop and really analyze and break down. We if it takes to learn something, learn it. Sometimes we have a not learn it. Now we're so in the situations we're in because but maybe I should have done this differently. Can I fix it? Yeah, but it's going to take some time. If we can admit those things to ourselves with some of the stuff we're in or problems that we're having in our lives, thinking I wish that we how do I want to say that without sound being uh, that different can solve that. Uh, My body. There's this we could say sleep pure mistake. Stand what able to simple I and because you there happened well it to that if that's one you're looking at. Let's look at one that might some people you want to see how uh, and is how this program works. I spoke in class, and I've been doing this for almost my platform. shows I've public that I go used to be a it's called I'm gonna get back. I can get back to work. Let me see if I can. I'm going to get back to work, working on getting them ready. I always, whenever I take on a project, and let me get back to circle of life real quick, and I want to conclude that. Um, I just want to say this about that. The circle of life is to fix the parts of your circle that you know needs to be fixed, and you can fix them like now. Um, if it has to take some time, then then take that time and fix those issues. I'm not trying to tell you to rush through it because I don't want you to have that microwave attitude. Take your time, get the help, get the right answers to the questions that you're asking. Seek guidance. If you can, find a mentor. I have friends that I ask advice um, from that helps me and gets me through a lot of situations that I'm able to I find myself uh, in. I want to say it like that. They help me through them. They tell me what I need to do or what they suggest. They don't tell me what I need to do most of the time. They tell me what they suggest that I do these things. And I try to do the same thing with them. Um, so, with the circle of life, look at your circle. Thank you. Thank you. Blessings to you too, sweetie. With the circle of life, take those spots, those parts of your circle that are missing. And I'm not talking about from your childhood because you can't fix those things because that's gone. But if you get to the point, if you get to the part of your life where your adult life, those are the parts that you can go back and fix. Okay. You can fix some of those things in there and complete your circle because that's what you want to do. At the end of your life, you want to know that you completed your circle, that you did everything you're supposed to do to make sure your life is where you want it to be. And it's not about anybody else. And you're not doing anything for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself because it's so important. Because at the end of the day, when we either drop you in that ground or put you in that urn as facts, you're going to be in the grave with you in your casket, and there's nobody going to be in that urn with you. You're going to be alone. Okay? You came in here alone with the help of your mother, and when you leave, it's the same way. That's a circle of life. You're going to leave alone. So in that process, don't take advantage of situations that you can fix. Okay? To complete your circle. And I think what I'll do is I'll write about that. I'm going to go back upstairs and write about that. The circle of life, how to fix the parts that you can fix. There's unfixable parts in there, but don't worry about those. Fix the parts of your life that you can fix. Okay? And definitely, and I say it all the time, seek advice if you don't know how to fix it. Don't sit back in silence and suffer, you guys. We have so much going on right now in our outer world that is affecting our inner world, that's affecting our home life, that is affecting our relationships. And sometimes we're that problem. Sometimes we're those situations, and we don't like to admit that at all. We can't stand sometimes to admit that we're the problem. I think once we do that, I think we slowly but surely say, "I am that. Maybe I need to work on that." Or not even just maybe I need to work on that. Maybe how do we say that? Maybe I need to, maybe I need to, how do you say that? The- Maybe I need to fix me first. And lots of times before I like to talk to you guys or come and share things, I have to think about me. And that's the crazy part. I have to think about, okay, Salita, should you say this to them? Should you? And I always include myself because lots of times I'm talking from my experience, my interactions, the actions I've taken in my life. Okay. I can't speak from anybody else's, but I know it's people who've had similar situations because I talk to people who have similar situations and I share with them and they share with me. But I can only speak for me and I can only use me as an example. I can't tell anybody else's story. I can only tell mine. And I can use my examples. There's things that really truly happen. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to get out the sun. You guys don't play. Okay? Let me see. Play all of this stuff. So, blessings. I mean, blessings. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sweetie. Cloud9, I said blessings. I called it blessings, but blessings to you, sweetie. Thank you so much. And I will be back. Bye bye. And take some time out and go to my website. You can't clip my wings.com and check it out. Okay. And give me your opinion. Let me know what you. And you can also email me at salitabmccall@gmail.com if you want to talk to me. You can catch me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, yapping all the time. Check me out over there. You all can click my Facebook page and check me out. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.